Welcome to the Explainer. You know, artificial intelligence, it's not science fiction anymore, right? It's right here in our offices, on our computers, and it is totally changing how we all get work done. So today, we're going to break down the AI tools that are already a daily reality from millions of us. Okay, let's just start with one big, powerful number, 78%. That's how many companies are now using AI in some part of their business. And get this, that's a huge jump from just 55% the year before. This isn't some slow drip, it's a tidal wave, and it's happening right now. So what does this actually look like in the real world, day to day? Well, the first way AI is showing up is kind of like a new digital teammate, and its main job, taking over all those boring, repetitive tasks that, let's be honest, we all hate doing. To really get the scale of this, just think about a huge company like JP Chase. For years, and I mean years, their lawyers and loan officers had to spend just countless hours manually digging through these super dense, super complex loan agreements. I mean, it's critical work, but man, is it tedious. So what happens when they bring in AI? Well, they deployed an automation program that could scan and understand these documents, and the result? It saved them a staggering 360,000 hours of work annually. I mean, that's not just a little bit more efficient, that is a total game changer for how they operate. And look, this isn't just for massive company-wide projects. It's also changing the little things, the everyday tasks that just eat up our time. Think about just trying to schedule a meeting. All that back and forth emailing, AI can slash that time by more than a third. Or what about taking meeting notes? AI recap tools can literally save you about 8 hours a month. That's a whole workday you get back. You see this really clearly in customer service too. AI chatbots are now handling something like 80% of all the routine questions. Where's my order, or how do I reset my password? And that lets the human agents focus their brain power on the 20% of problems that are actually tricky and need a real person to solve them. Okay, so AI isn't just about automating the simple stuff. The next big thing we're seeing is AI as a kind of co-pilot, right? It's there to augment and just supercharge the skills of human experts in really high-stakes fields. Let's look at HR. Hiring can be such a massive time suck, but now AI tools are cutting the time it takes to screen resumes by as much as 75%. Think about that. By automating that first pass, recruiters get to spend way less time on paperwork and a lot more time actually talking to the best candidates. And the impact here is just huge. Take a company like Unilever. They started using AI to analyze initial video interviews, and it cut their time to hire by nearly 90%. 90! For a global company trying to grab the best talent, that is an absolutely massive advantage. It's not just happening in the office either. It's making a huge difference in the physical world too, like in manufacturing. There's this strategy called predictive maintenance. So instead of just waiting for a super important machine to break down on the assembly line, AI is constantly analyzing its data to predict a failure before it even happens. And the results, they're pretty incredible. Companies that do this are cutting that really expensive unplanned downtime by up to 50%. So they're not just fixing things faster, they're stopping the problems from ever happening in the first place, and that saves a ton of money. All right, now let's get to the part that everyone is talking about. Generative AI. This is where things get really interesting because the AI isn't just analyzing data anymore, it's creating brand new stuff. We're talking text, images, even computer code. It really is like having a brainstorming partner on demand 24/7. And people are jumping on this like crazy. The adoption has been absolutely explosive. Get this, a full 75% of knowledge workers are already using these tools in their daily jobs. That makes it one of the fastest adopted technologies in the history of the workplace, period. So how are people actually using it? Well, imagine this. You're staring at a blank page on your screen. You've got to write a report or a tricky email, maybe even some code. You know that feeling, that where do I even start moment? It can be tough. Well, instead of starting from scratch, you can now give the AI a simple instruction, what we call a prompt, something just like this. See, you're not asking it to do your whole job for you. You're just asking it to help you get started, to get the ball rolling. And boom, in just a few seconds, you've got a solid first draft.
This is so much more than just saving time. It's an amazing way to bust through writer's block or just spark a new idea. And for developers, AI coding assistants are making them up to 55% faster because the AI handles all the boring, repetitive code, letting them focus on the really complex, creative parts.
So, when you boil it all down, what's the most important takeaway here? It's actually not about which specific software you buy. The real secret, the key to all of this, is realizing it's about building a partnership between humans and AI. It's really about working smarter together.
You know, the companies that are really winning with this stuff aren't trying to replace people with AI. No way. They're using AI to augment them. The whole idea is to let the machines do what they're good at, the repetitive, number-crunching stuff, which frees us up to focus on what we're good at, big picture strategy, being creative, and, actually connecting with other people. But listen, this kind of partnership doesn't just happen by itself. It takes a real strategy. It means training your people on how to use these tools the right way. It means rethinking your old workflows to actually take advantage of what AI can do. And maybe most importantly, it means building a culture that's excited about this new way of working.
And that right there really brings it all home for every single one of us. The question isn't if AI is going to change your job. It already is. The real question, the one you need to be asking yourself, is how are you going to work alongside it?